I'm Midge Penals, and today I bring you another video. Before I continue, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. It's a little task you could do, but it helps out the channel a lot. Now, today we're continuing the Kroot Scrap Mech Army. And specifically, we are going to be working on a Ballistica version of the Castellan I'm doing. I've already done a Rifleman, so let's do a missile launcher variant, or Ballistica version. So, let's get into it. Hope you guys enjoy, and don't forget to hit the like button. Let's go. Starting this kitbash, I grabbed the Castellan robots, the Kroot carnivores, and of course a Tau Empire broadside battlesuit. Now, starting this kitbash, I go with the basics. I clip off the models, get all the bits that I'm going to need to build. I build the legs, because there's not really going to be much modifications to them. Now I build the gun hand, I'm not too sure what they're called, just the bolter variant of the hands first. To a degree, I mean. I cut them in half, taking the barrels off the end of them, as I'm going to extend these into hands with the guns in the palms, as I feel like that's a much better use of this, and sure, impractical to certain degrees, but with basic engineering you can, well, I say engineering programming, you can program a weapon not to fire while the hand is closed or in a certain angle of opening or closed. I also take the hands variant of the Castellan's options and cut them in half. I probably could have taken a bit more off the Castellan's gun wrists, the magazine, a bit more of them just to make this fit a bit better. I would recommend it, but either way, it is a very tedious task. But I go about with it, continuing my route of cutting them in half. I get fairly decent results. They're not perfect, but they're good enough. You also notice I'm still injured from my last video, where I accidentally nicked myself with a knife. Correction, X-Acto blade. I take the barrels of the guns, cut them off, and then stick them in that little circle of the palm. They fit so well. They are perfect for them. I sand down the backs of them just a little bit, just to make them a bit better to connect, and I try my best to orient them properly. They are slightly bigger than the gun wrist, but that's fine. Now I do saw off the ends of the hands, or these little nubs, so I can actually slide the hands on. Now let's build the body. Body is straightforward, pretty easy. I do remove the front panel and a bit off the top and go through the bits I gathered using this, I'm not too sure what it is, this extra piece of armor. I think it's off of a it's either off the Knight, the Imperial Knight, or the Deredeo. I cannot confirm where it's from, as I'm not 100% sure. I believe it's the Deredeo Dreadnought. Can't be 100% sure. It looks cool as hell as a face guard, so I use it as such. I do remove the lower half of that. I probably shouldn't have, because it does leave some unsightly gaps, but they could be filled up with plastic card or something. I didn't, as I didn't really give too much of a worry about it. I do remove the lower half of them, just to give a more helmeted option, I guess. It doesn't really need the lower bit. Now I do surgically remove the Kroot's arms, its legs, so it fits in the suit better. I should have gone a little bit more so it sat nicer and a bit lower, but worked out well enough. I do take this, I believe it's the Kriegsman's, what is his name? The guy who operates the drone from the engineer's kit. Took his little monitor thing, strapped that there, works really well for what I do. I do try and do a little like green OSL effect. Didn't do it well enough, but that's okay. It's a little detail that I like to know it's there. I know no one else will, but it's fine. I attach the arm. This one here is just below. I assume it's handling controls under the chest plate, which would make sense. And then I take this one holding a rifle, trim down it so it's not holding the rifle anymore, and it's got a hand that's kind of pressing or like pushing on something. And I put that on the I angle it so it's touching the actual screen of that Kriegsman monitor. God, I talk a lot. And that's kind of my idea of where it's going to be positioned. Most of these joints will be hidden by the shoulder pads. Probably don't. These guys don't really need them, but I did what I did. And if you guys would like to see me do any more of those, like I did, I think, yeah, I did for my very first mock of this army. I did a very quick voice line for the character in the final results. I find that pretty cool. If you want to see me do more of those little like one-off characters or just like some voice lines for these dudes, please let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, leave me an idea for what I should try and add to this army. Using some PVA, I attached some infrastructure or this stuff. I do move them around a bit so they actually fit. I also chuck in this Kriegsman sign that's from also, I believe, from either the command squad or the engineers again. I'm pretty sure it's the command squad. I have a lot of kits. It's hard to keep track of everything. I've got a basic idea where it's from. Now attaching the Castellan, pretty straightforward, just glue it to the base. Was running a little bit low on glue, but I do top it up with a secondary bottle I had laying around. I take this Imperial Knight crotch piece and attach it onto, well, this one's crotch, into the Castellan's crotch, just for some extra armor. And then I do, what am I doing? And then I remove the little tabs for like the thigh armor and attach on the Derrideo Dreadnought's upper thigh armor. I'm pretty sure it's the upper thigh. I'm not 100%, again, I'm not 100% sure with everything. I know it's from the Derrideo. I'm pretty sure it's the thigh armor. Yeah. Either way, it worked out well enough for me. Now my kind of goal for this is that this is a sort of approaching machine of war. Taking the broadsides, I'm not too sure, these missile launchers that's supposed to be on his hands, and I reattached them and stuck them on its back. As for me, that seems a bit better for a for like a missile system. One, it's not easy to attack from. Like if you're going head on a target, which I assume this guy is, you do not want your explosive pieces in front of you, because that just makes it an easy target. With that in mind, I do add 2 missile launchers to the undersides of the wrists just to add insult to injury. But don't worry about that. They're getting gunfire. It should be fine. It should be good enough. I also put in this this original broadside like missile thing. I don't know what any of these weapons are called. I just know what they roughly do. I have the instructions somewhere. I think I stuck them away already, but yeah. Chuck on some sprue goo to just attach the torso, and then use it to be propped up a little bit, and it looks real good. Real good. Now taking the Ambot, surprisingly I'm bringing Necromunda kit in here. I take the Ambot's shield things from like their back or shoulder, upper shoulder bit, and I attach them as front armor panels. Sawing 1 1/2, of course, to just make it spread out a bit more, because I don't need 2 directly in front of it, as I feel that's a bit not going to work so well. But it does give this guy a very chunky, almost Pokemon look. I saw it. I originally said it looked like the murderous version of a Blastoise, but I've had people refer it to the oh, what's that steel legendary Pokemon that controls like nature and stuff? I can't remember his name, but I'm sure someone will know it. But yeah, it looks like one of those or a mixture of them. I like the look of it. It's very chunky, very armored. Looks lovely. Almost like a Juggernaut, only if the Juggernaut was more murderous. Now, I originally was going to try and make a hat out of this drone, but didn't work out the way I wanted it. Definitely drones are good for like hats if you've got like a smaller model, but not for this dude. It's just, it would take too much to make it work. And then I messed up the top of the helmet. It's alright. I do actually take a drone and attach it to the shoulder, but other than that, this is the finished model. Well, I say finished model. This is the finished kitbash. I like the look of it. It's very chunky, very armored, very scary. If you saw that coming, I would not be happy. Correction, if I saw that coming at me, I would be very quickly disobeying the commissar. Yeah, I know the consequences. I would take the commissar over that. Model color, white glaze. I use this to base coat the Kroot in the suit. Hey, that rhymed. My goal is basically get this guy ready to paint, because I originally did not paint the Kroot first on my last one, the Ranger pattern of Castellan, and it turned out fine, but it wasn't great. It also, I am refining my work for like the color scheme, because again, my army rules are Citadel Layer, Techless Blue, using Techless Blue as a base coat for the blue skin, which is where I'm progressing into this. Blue skinned Kroot are pilots. They have either eaten a Tau or well, mostly they've eaten a Tau, and now they had the idea of, oh, I can pilot a broadside now. I don't have a broadside, so let's make one. Similar to my first Kroot, second Kroot, game color electric blue. Using this as a sort of a medium highlight just to get everything a little bit brighter. Keeps dark, recesses dark, but brighten things up. Similar to my original Kroot, like my Tech Priest Kroot. My lore for him, he's eaten a like Tech Priest or an Megos, and now has the ideas is like, oh, I can build things now, and he's adapted to like that. Game color electric blue, model color white glaze. Using these as sort of a semi-final highlight. I'm going to do one more highlight after this, and I feel is great for the skin tone, and I'm happy with it. But yeah, my first Kroot, Tech Priest Kroot, he is eating a Megos. He's now smart, so he can build. I'm also using matte black to do the shoulders, but that doesn't matter too much. But yeah, he's eating a Megos. He's now smart. Add more white to the blue so you get even paler. This is final highlights, guess, pretty much. Jeez, I really gotta get this figure out. Yeah, but Omega's dead, eaten, and Brain is now in the Kroot. So Kroot is smart and actually is building. So basically like a Kroot engineer. And yeah, that's kind of the idea for that guy. Pilots are blue. Sand, the cream color ones are a bit of a specialist here and there unit. Model Air US Desert Armor. Use this for the beak and the lower beak, which worked out really well. I like this color. It works out really well for this, for the Kroot. But blue Kroot are pilots. They've eaten Tau. They have the knowledge to do so. Cream Kroot are ones that have eaten like humans and all that. They know how to use basic infantry weapons, and they could be a bit more specialist. So more ranged weapons and stuff like that. Citadel Base, Corn Red. They got a bit more knowledge on weaponry and how to use it. Green Kroot, basic infantry. They haven't eaten a worthy human or a specialist yet, so they're not haven't adapted to that, so they're just bog standard Kroot. They get basic arms, and they also might get some specialist ones depending on the situation. But they're basically ground troops, infantry, not smart enough to help. Citadel contrast, striking scorpion green. I hit the display with that, and a little bit of the armor. I was originally going to hit some of him with it, but I opted against it because I'm really happy with the way the skin's looking, so I didn't want to mess it up. But that's kind of the gist. Blue pilots, cream specialist, green infantry. Model Air, Dark Earth. I use Dark Earth for like the spines or the quills, depending on what you want to call them. I like this look a lot. It actually works really well. I probably should have done the bodies quills, but I couldn't reach them, or couldn't get to them without messing up everything else. So I just left them. Simple enough, easy enough. I'm just waiting for the next color. Citadel Base, Dryad Bark. I use this for all the leathers. Hit all the leathers, hunky dory. They're a good base coat, even though you won't see them in this at the moment, but it's good enough. Now, lore-wise for this guy, I'm seeing this as like they needed something to take up the brutality, not brutalis, the secondary, what is his name? Why do I forget the name of them? Game color, moon yellow. The missile version of the broadside, and they wanted to be a bit smarter with it. So instead of strapping the missiles to the arms, they strapped them to the back, added guns to the arms, and then missile silos, small missile launchers underneath. You can thank the engineers for that. They're smart enough to understand it, but still overarm, which is not a bad thing. Model Air, Dark Earth. You'll notice I have a piece of paper in like the face part. That's to protect the skin. It doesn't protect all of it, but it protects it enough. I douse this thing in this color, as I'm going to use that sandy tone I like for these Kroot, as they are on a desert world. Hit him again, double coat, making it nice. It will dry darker than it looks. Yep. Then hit it with Model Air US Desert Sand to lighten them up, give it that nice pale tone, and then I'll hit it with a yellow because there's more yellow sands in this world, not pale sands, so it all works out. It looks amazing. I love this little this US Army camo kit, the desert camo I got, like paint set. It's so good. Game color, moon yellow, army painter, dry rust. I use this for the sign to make it a cautionary sign, sort of. It's a bit of an odd one, but I'm happy with it. I like what I've done with it. I put some decals, it's good enough. Then I dust it all with the yellow toner, so it makes it fit in a bit more. But I do stupidly paint the rim and all the things I was going to paint red with it. But so far we're at Citadel Base Lead Belcher. I tackle most of the metallics and then dab this over the armor to get it little micro scratches and just like get it a bit rougher. Doesn't exactly show up very well. I probably could have done this a bit more selective, but I did what I did. It didn't turn out great, but it turned out good enough. At least I know they're there. Model color, white glaze. I attacked the lens with this, and then the grate on the floor. I'm not too sure what I've done with it, what it is. But yeah, that grate thing, I'm just going to call it like an energy vent, or it's like an exhaust system. Pumping out hot air out of a overheating fan or something like that. It's some device, don't know what it's for. It produces light and heat, so there. Citadel Base, corn red. This is where I made a mistake. I shouldn't have done the corn red now. I should have waited one more step, and then I wouldn't have had to redo it. But did I wait? No, I'm an idiot. So I do the corn red for the drones, the missiles, and the shoulder pad thing, as this army's color scheme is sandy brown, it was like a sandy yellow and red. Model color, that's not model color, that's model air. Earth yellow, US Earth yellow. Yeah, model air, I'm an idiot, it'll still come up. I'm literally like, what, 30 minutes from having to release this, so I don't get much time in what I have to choose. We'll try and edit it if I remember it, but we'll see. Model color white glaze. I attacked this trying to get that nice spread I do, but I couldn't get the consistency right, so I couldn't make a glaze the way I wanted it, but oh well, good enough. I just put a stripe on everything pretty much. This one I probably should have done a bit better. I don't know why I chose to do it this way. Should have done it the way I did with the other one, but I didn't. Citadel contrast. Blood Angels red. I use this to quickly saturate the red. If I didn't spray over the corn red, it would look lovely, but I did, and now I feel like an idiot, but I did what I could. As you look at the second drone, it looks so much better. It's a nice transition between a dark red to a light red to a more vibrant red. It works so well. Army Painter Dry Rust. I add dabs of this over anything metal or exposed metal particularly, and then to hit it with water, so I spread it out a bit more so it wasn't completely rusty, but rusty enough. Yep, just took it, hit it with water, let it seep out a little bit, get it uneven so it's not all, well, pristine. Because these are in the desert, they are Kroot, so yeah. Game color, fluorescent blue. I royally spell checked that one. Incorrectly spell checked that one. I just hit the lenses with this one, and then the gun tips, like the barrels, hit them with that because I believe these are plasma weapons. I can't be sure. If they are, yay. If they aren't, well. And then I also hit the vents with it. Army Painter Dark Tone. I use this to basically panel line and then fill in the little empty antenna spots of these drones, and that's it. All done pretty much. I will try and go fix up my spell checks because oh my goodness. I royally messed those ones up, but that's okay. We'll get them. Well, I will, but yeah. You'll still get this voiceover because I can't be bothered to do another one. Here are the final results. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in the next one. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit like and subscribing and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. And while you're at it, leave a suggestion to what else I should do for the Scrap Mech Kroot. Give me some ideas down in the comments. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!